The action movie shocker of the 7th generation of 2023 two girls mysteriously disappeared in Mexico. All kinds of clues point to a criminal group facing the incompetence of the government, as the father of retired special forces still decided to turn over every inch of Mexican land. However, on the way to find his daughter, unexpectedly found a big conspiracy. Friendship hints that this movie is full of high-energy fire. Don't miss it if you brush it. Mexico is the synonym for a crime. However, it is such a place that makes people talk about sex change. The two sisters do not know the sky is high and the ground is low. Come here for excitement. As a result, he was soon kidnapped by the local gang. Xiang Yin received a call from his daughter, rushed to the scene as soon as possible. However, he only found his daughter's car in the parking lot. After realizing that his daughter was kidnapped, Xiang Yin went to the police station quickly. But when he brought the police back to the scene, but found that his daughter's car disappeared and there was no sign of any struggle at the scene. If the police don't believe Xiang Yin at all, instead, he said that he had not been allowed to invade privately. This is illegal. Faced with the various responsibilities of the police, Xiang Yin was furious. However, on the other side of the world, he can't do anything at all. In this way, Xiang Yin was forcibly sent back to his family. Looking at his sad wife, Xiang Yin held her in his arms in sorrow. At the same time, the happy family was destroyed. Xiang Yin can't stand such sudden changes. For this, he found his former comrade, Jimu. I hope he can help find his daughter back. Plus, the car was driven away. The first thing Xiang Yin thought of was the police and the gang. After they received Xiang Yin's call, immediately notify people to drive the car away. Jimu was not surprised to hear this. After all, Mexican police are the highest in the world. It's not strange, even if you're in the middle of a tree. Therefore, Jimu, who was born cruelly, directly suggested that the two of them find the police after a severe beating. Unfortunately, he didn't tell the truth, but Xiang Yin still had his last fantasy. He didn't agree with Jimu's way, but to find all kinds of relationships finally came to the Mexican chairman. I thought he would be kind enough to help, but the answer of the chairman shattered his last fantasy. The chairman directly said that they couldn't help because there are more than 400 people missing every year at the Mexican border, and most of the authorities here are colluding with the criminal group. If you investigate this matter rashly, it's likely to cause a big mess. For example, half a year ago, a new chairman of the Mexican police station, in less than a day, under the scorching sun, rushed directly into the chairman's house to solve his family. So even the chairman dared not provoke the other party. But even so, Xiang Yin still didn't back down. He continued to publish on the news that his daughter was missing. The government did nothing, but didn't want the gang boss to see this. Xiang Yin publicly declared in front of countless reporters, no matter whose daughter it is, he will find her and save her. When Jackson heard the news, so he called his subordinates to bring the kidnappers to him. Surprisingly, these two are the two police officers Xiang Yin met. Although Sar is very satisfied with the quality of the girl, he can think of the trouble to be dealt with next. Sar couldn't help but kill. After ordering his subordinates to execute one person, the other police officer, who was cautious, he has already given up. Fortunately, Sar gave him a chance. That was to lead a small team to go to Rexus to kill Xiang Yin. That night, Xiang Yin and his wife lay in bed and slept. They didn't know that a crisis had come. The next day, 3 cars crossed the border to Xiang Yin's farm. They were all armed. Obviously not a normal person, Xiang Yin noticed. He quickly picked up a shotgun, but with such equipment, how can he complete the final counterattack? This is a group of well-equipped mercenaries. Before they retired, they were all in the army, and this time, they are all armed just to deal with a farm owner. In the face of the killer's crazy attack, the farm owner didn't panic. After calming down, he decisively pulled down the trigger and took a mercenary away. After Xiang Yin's wife heard the gunshot, he immediately took out the phone to call the police. However, the surrounding signals had already been blocked. Soon, countless mercenaries surrounded the house. Xiang Yin didn't have time to explain. He could only let his wife hide in the office with his daughter, open the door at random, while they were not ready to solve the problem. In the face of their crazy counterattack, Xiang Yin hid back in the house. Fortunately, the other party did not carry a heavy weapon. Seeing Xiang Yin guarding the house, they could only be under the cover of their companions, quietly approached the door. They just broke the door with an axe. As a result, Xiang Yin shot him close to the gun. Xiang Yin, whose location was exposed, could only move the position. Soon, The mercenaries successfully entered the room and began to search for his whereabouts everywhere. The back door was also blocked, not giving Xiang-En a chance to escape. The mercenaries kept their formation and carefully pushed in. Xiang-En hid behind the door, carefully observed the movements outside. At this time, a mercenary accidentally stepped on the broken glass on the ground. The result was exposed in an instant. Xiang-En broke the wall to solve the problem. Seeing that there was no movement in the house for a long time, the captain guarding the outside began to be impatient. Let them all rush into the house. Xiang-En used guerrilla tactics to avoid it, relying on his own understanding of the terrain of the house. One by one, the mercenaries inside were broken. The captain's patience was completely exhausted, finally decided to take action in person. Xiang-En faced countless mercenaries. There was no room for movement, can only move up quickly. After arranging the 7 girls, Xiang-En took out his rifle and guarded the staircase. The captain dared not act rashly, can only let the police take the lead. Fortunately, the police are not second-rate. Walk halfway and let the mercenaries behind go forward. And the killer saw Xiang-En through the staircase. He was taken away by a gun. The rest of the mercenaries rushed up Xiang-En, retreated. The narrow stairs had no obstacle. The 2 sides fell into the river pool, but Xiang-En was alone after all. The ammunition was limited. Keep going. Wait until the ammunition runs out. The end is predictable. For this, he took advantage of the time when he could hold on. Let the wife jump out of the window, with her daughter first. Soon the opposite mercenary was hit in the arm by Xiang-En, but this time, the mercenary has quietly bypassed the door. Xiang-En acted quickly. A shot hit the other party's back. This is a success. On the other side, the wife successfully brought her daughter to the outside. He found that the door was also guarded by them. Fortunately, this is a police car. Suddenly came to the farm after the mercenaries, and the police car approached. Take the opportunity not to be suddenly rushed out with a gun. Chris retreated madly. However, under their fierce attack, the police car soon lost momentum and stopped on the side of the road. The mercenaries attacked madly after approaching. The police car was hit to the point of 1,000 holes. Go ahead to check, but find no one inside. They feel bad, but the body has no time to react. Suddenly rushed out of the police, took away a gun. At this time, Xiang-En and the mercenaries fought madly under the advantage of occupying a high place. He didn't fall down at all. The captain took out a hand grenade, throw it directly to the foot of Xiang-En. Xiang-En quickly dodged, but still exploded. In a hurry, he could only turn over and cross the window. He ran all the way on the road, followed by a cool jump to the wife's side before being discovered by the mercenaries. The 3 of them fled in a hurry. At the same time, the chased mercenaries and Chris fought. Chris only had a live bullet gun. Can't cause them any effective damage at all. Unluckily, under their dense rain of bullets. At this time, Xiang-En turned around to cover up, solved a lot of firepower. After they reacted, they immediately turned the gun, suppressed Xiang-En to death. At a critical moment, the wife drove to the train station. Then the 3 of them went to Yangchang in front of them. The captain was furious, immediately drove the car to catch up. The result was shown by Xiang-En's next operation. How miserable is the end of the angry retired special forces. The man was chased by a group of mercenaries. Both of them died on the road. Wait until the distance is close. A mercenary exploded the window and shot. Xiang-En is still not in a hurry. After calmly changing the gun to the magazine, detected an opportune swing, raised a lot of smoke to block their sight. Suddenly, a quick kill stopped in the middle of the road. Then take out the gun and aim at the killer behind crazy output. The driver immediately shot northwest, and the rest of the people didn't have time to fight back, turned into a dead soul under the gun. Soon the mercenaries were left with only the captain Xiang, and asked him about the whereabouts of his daughter. Seeing the captain still dare to speak ill of a bloody hole was opened on his shoulder. Finally, under the torture of Xiang-En, the captain said that it was the police who took his daughter away, gave it as a gift to the killer. After knowing the news he wanted, Xiang-En mercilessly solved the captain call Jimu at random, ready to work with him to save his daughter. After getting a whole backpack of gunpowder, the 2 of them hurried to the base quietly at night. Through the telescope, they quickly found the killer standing on the balcony. At this time, he was about to explode because of the failure of the captain. He didn't even think that Xiang En had come to find him. The two of them put silencers on the weapons. That's how they broke in from the front door. The patrolling mercenaries didn't even notice anything, just took off his pants and was ready to touch the fish. As a result, he was taken away by a gun in the next second. The two of them came to the house without leaving any alive, but when they passed the corridor, they couldn't avoid killing, causing the invasion to be found. The sound of the gun instantly caught Sar's attention. He hurriedly picked up his pistol and came to the house to check. Big Beard told him that someone had invaded, but don't worry, there are at least 50 mercenaries in the fortress. It will soon be able to solve all the invaders. At this time, Xiang En has solved all the mercenaries in the corridor. The two of them continue to advance. The signal in the wireless shop is getting less and less. Sar started to panic, decided to gather all the mercenaries, but a group of people under him, not at all the opponent of Xiang En and the two of them. Xiang En was suddenly attacked by mercenaries. One shot hit him. One-handed gun quickly completed the counterattack. The other side of the group has quietly come to the bedroom where Sar is hiding. In the face of the threat, Sar can only throw down the weapon, attempted to use money to buy back a jade. At this time, Xiang En rushed in. One shot hit Sar's teeth. Suddenly, it was riding on him in continuous heavy punch output. After 7,749 punches, Sar's mother, who had long been beaten, didn't recognize him, can only cry and beg. After learning that his daughter was still alive, Xiang En finally stopped the fist in his hand. The two of them took Sar to the small town where his daughter was locked up, finally found his daughter's whereabouts in a remote house. The father and daughter are tightly entwined.